Hi students, in our previous video on sea reading can't climb trees anymore, I have presented it with some audio visuals. Now in this video, I'm going to present the lesson with some explanation so that you will not have any doubts. Sea reading can't climb trees anymore. He stood on the grass verge by the side of the road and looked over the garden wall at the old house. Here, verge. Verge means border, edge, EDGE, edge. It hadn't changed much. What hadn't changed much? The old house. The old house built with the solid blocks of granite, solid, thick, big pieces of granite, wasn't altered at all. Altered means changed. So the old house did not change much. But there was a new outhouse and there were fewer trees. That's the only change that this man happened to see. The man who was standing on the grass verge. He was glad to see that the jackfruit tree still stood at the side of the building, casting its shade on the wall. He was glad. Glad means happy. He was happy to see that the jackfruit tree still stood at the side of the building. That means these present owners, people who are living in the house, did not cut down that jackfruit tree, and it stood in the same place, casting its shade, giving its shade on the wall. He remembered his grandmother saying, "A blessing rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls." And this was what his grandmother used to say. A blessing rests means remains. Remains on the house where the shadow of a tree falls. Any house on which the shadow of a tree falls, that house is blessed. And so the present owners must also be receiving the tree's blessings. At the spot where he stood, where did he stand? On the grass verge. At the spot where he stood, there had once been a turnstile gate, a kind of gate, mechanical gate that turns around. If you remember, or if you have any doubt how a turnstile gate looks like, just see the previous video once again, you will understand. And at the spot where he stood, there had once been a turnstile gate. And as a boy, he would swing on it, going round and round until he was quite dizzy. Dizzy means feeling giddy, Giddy, giddy. Okay, in Telugu we may say kallu tiragatam. Until he was quite dizzy. Now the turnstile had gone, the opening walled up. That means they removed the turnstile gate and built a wall, filled the gap. They did not want that turnstile gate. The tall hollyhocks grew on the other side of the wall. Hollyhocks, you have seen a kind of plants that give large bright flowers on the other side of the wall. And what are you looking at? It was a disembodied voice at first. First he heard a weak voice at first. Moments later, a girl stood framed between dark red hollyhocks, staring at the man. the, the narrator, the person who went there to see his old house, okay, he heard some weak voices saying, then afterwards he saw a little girl stood framed. Stood framed means fixed between dark red hollyhocks, staring at the man. She was only 12 or 13, slim and dark, with lively, lively eyes and long black hair. Lively means very, very active, active, full of life, and long black hair. And in reply to the question that a little girl asked, the narrator said, I am looking at the house. Why do you want to buy it? Then a narrator asked, is it your house? It's my father's. And what does your father do? He is only a colonel. Only a colonel? Well, he should have been a brigadier by now. The man burst out laughing. Okay. Now here you need a little explanation. It's a officer rank. Officer rank. A colonel is an officer rank in army. Okay. And this is actually below a brigadier. No, sorry. Brigadier is a position below to this colonel position, lower than a brigadier position. Sorry. Colonel is a officer position above the brigadier. Then the man burst out laughing. Why he laughed? He laughed because what the girl said. Actually, one should become a brigadier, then a colonel. But the girl did not know, so she said that. It's not funny, she said. Even mummy says he should have been a brigadier. It was on the tip of his tongue to make a witty remark, funny remark, a remark that makes one laugh. Perhaps that's why he's still a colonel. That's what he wanted to say. But he did not want to give offense. Okay, if he said like that, the girl may be upset. That's why he did not prefer to say. That is the meaning of he did not want to give offense. That means he did not want to upset. He did not want to make the girl angry. They stood on either side of the wall, uprising each other. Uprising, assessing each other. The girl was on the other side, the man is on another side. So they were looking at each other, studying each other actually. Well, she said finally, if you don't want to buy the house, what are you looking at? Then the narrator said, I used to live here once. I used to live here once. When we use this expression, used to plus to, it means a past habit not practiced anymore. Okay? This is, okay, this expression is misused by many students. I used to live here. Once upon a time, he lived there, but not now. That is the meaning of I used to live here once. Oh. 25 years ago, as a boy, as a young man, and then my grandmother died. And we sold the house and went away. Maybe, okay, they waited, okay, from what this man was saying. They stayed there, they continued to stay there for the sake of his grandmother. So once she died, the house was sold and they went away. She was silent for a while, taking in this information. She was trying to understand what the man was saying. Then she asked, and you'd like to buy it back now, but you don't have the money? He did not look very prosperous. He did not look very prosperous, means very wealthy, rich. He did not look like he is a rich man. No, I wasn't thinking of buying it back. Wanted to see it again, that's all. How long have you lived in it? He expressed his intention that he has no idea of buying the house back, because he came back to see the house in which he lived 25 years ago. Okay, just a little deviation. This may be quite indicative of the real incident that happened in the life of Ruskin Bond. Maybe he was narrating his own experience of narrating his experience of going to the house where he lived, and wrote a narrative like this. Okay, this is a narrative. Can't climb trees anymore is a narrative. Only 3 years, she smiled. Okay, she answered to the question that the narrator said, how long have you lived in it? Only 3 years, she smiled. She'd been eating a melon, watermelon, and there was still juice in the corners of her mouth. Would you like to come in and look more closely? The girl asked. Wouldn't your parents mind? That means, would your parents not have any objection if I come in? Then the little girl said, they have gone to the club. They won't mind. That means they won't object. I am allowed to bring my friends home. Then the girl said, the narrator said, even elderly friends like me? Are you allowed? Are you allowed to bring bigger friends like me? Then the little girl asked, how old are you? That means, what is your age? Oh, just middle-aged, but feeling young today. See, you have to understand why he said like this. He recalled, by coming there, he recalled all his childhood days. So he's feeling very happy that he came to see the house, place where he lived and played. And to prove it, he decided to climb over the wall instead of going round to the gate. Okay, gate may be longer, so he did not want to go around and enter the house through the gate, but he preferred to climb over the wall and go to the other side, just to get into the house compound. He got up on the wall all right, but had to rest there, breathing heavily. He stayed there because he worked very hard. He was out of breath. He was out of breath because it was very tough for him to get onto the wall. And so he rested there for some time, breathing heavily. Then he said to himself, middle-aged man on the flying trapeze. He muttered, said unclearly to himself. Okay, trapeze, you have seen, this is a kind of thing used by the circus performers from one end to the other. A swing used by circus acrobats. I will help you, she said, and gave him her hand. He slithered down into flower bed. Slithered means okay. Crawled down into a flower bed, shattering, breaking the stem of a hollyhock. He jumped over. Actually, when he jumped from the wall, he landed on a plant and broke it. As they walked across the grass, he spotted a stone bench under a mango tree. It was the bench on which his grandmother used to rest. Again, used to came here. Used to, a past habit not practiced anymore. When she was tired of pruning rose bushes and bougainvillea. Pruning means cut the unnecessary parts of a plant so that it will grow well. That is the meaning of pruning. So she would prune rose bushes and bougainvillea. This is also a flower plant. Okay. Bougainvillea is a paper flower plant. That's how we say locally. And the man said, "Let's just sit here. I don't want to go inside. Sit here." Here means on the stone bench. She sat beside him on the bench. It was March, and the mango tree was in blossom. So, in the month of March, the mango trees begin to blossom. That means begin to have flowers for the fruit. A sweet, rather heavy fragrance drenched the garden. Okay, that smell, heavy fragrance, a good smell from the flowers of the mango tree were drenched, filled the garden. So we will stop here and we will continue with the rest of the explanation in the next video. Until then, bye bye. And just I want to remind, we are about to finish this third unit, and please complete any work writing work related to the units we have finished so far. Okay, bye bye.